What if I told you that some of the hottest US real estate markets are now on the brink of collapse? Cities that were once symbols of prosperity are starting to show signs of a major housing crash in 2025. But what's causing this sudden shift? And could the housing crisis be more widespread than we think? Stick around because what you're about to hear will make you rethink your views on the real estate boom. As the US housing market teeters on the edge of uncertainty, we're seeing the first signs of what could be the 2025 housing crash. With rising interest rates, an unstable job market, and record-high home prices, many cities are beginning to buckle under the pressure. Before we dive deeper into which cities are facing the worst of it, make sure you subscribe and leave your thoughts below. Let's get started. Number 10, San Francisco. Number 8, Phoenix. Phoenix was once a hotbed for real estate investors, but now it's facing a downturn. With mortgage rates climbing, the influx of out-of-state buyers has slowed and the market is showing signs of stagnation. Homeowners who bought during the pandemic are now struggling to sell their properties, with prices falling faster than expected. The lack of affordable housing options, coupled with rising utility costs, is driving many families to reconsider their investment in Phoenix real estate. Can Phoenix bounce back, or is it headed toward a long-term slump? As we move on, another city in the Sun Belt is now entering the picture and it's facing its own set of severe challenges. Number 7, Austin. Austin's explosive growth over the past decade has created a perfect storm for a housing collapse. The city's appeal to tech companies, combined with an influx of new residents from across the country, led to sky-high housing prices. But now, with the rise of interest rates and a growing concern over the stability of tech jobs, Austin's real estate market is beginning to cool. Home buyers are no longer willing to pay the premium, and as a result, sellers are being forced to reduce prices. What will become of the city that once seemed untouchable? The next city on the list is dealing with a similar issue, but in a completely different way. Number 6, Miami. Miami's housing market has been a goldmine for investors and wealthy buyers, but now the cracks are starting to show. Rising insurance costs due to climate change risks, coupled with the city's over-reliance on foreign investment, have caused the market to wobble. The influx of wealthy buyers has artificially inflated the housing market, leaving locals priced out of the market. As a result, the demand for luxury homes is starting to dwindle. What happens when the Miami real estate bubble bursts? Will the city's once booming market survive? Or will it collapse under the weight of its own speculation? Now let's turn our attention to the Midwest, where a major city is struggling in a completely different way. Number 5, Chicago. Chicago's housing market has been stagnating for years, but now, the effects of rising interest rates are really taking a toll. The city is grappling with slow job growth, a lack of new industries, and an exodus of residents to suburban areas. Home values have remained relatively stagnant, and now, the decline is becoming more pronounced. Higher mortgage rates are making it even harder for new buyers to enter the market, and many homeowners are choosing to rent instead of sell. Can Chicago turn around its market, or will it continue to spiral downward? As we move on, the next city shows signs of facing an even deeper housing crisis. Number 4, Denver. Denver, once a sought-after city for young professionals, is starting to feel the effects of the 2025 housing crash. The once red-hot housing market has cooled significantly, as rising interest rates and unaffordable home prices are driving buyers away. Rental prices are also experiencing a steep drop, as people, reconsider their living situations. The influx of tech workers and millennials had caused home prices to soar, but now the city is facing a correction. Will Denver ever regain its real estate boom, or has it peaked? As we look further, one more city is suffering from a housing crisis that could be even worse. Number 3, Seattle. Seattle's housing market, once seen as a safe bet, is now sinking. With the tech industry facing significant layoffs, the demand for housing has slowed drastically. In addition, rising mortgage rates and a lack of affordable homes have created a dire situation for potential buyers. While the city has long been a desirable location for young professionals, the uncertainty in the job market is now forcing many to look elsewhere. Can Seattle recover from the crash, or will it continue to face a prolonged period of decline? Our next city, however, has already hit rock bottom. Number 2, New York City. New York City has long been the epicenter of real estate investment, but now, the city is facing one of the worst housing crises in its history. A combination of skyrocketing rents, rising crime, and an aging infrastructure has caused people to move out in droves. The exodus of wealthy residents to other states has left the luxury market in shambles, and the middle class is finding it increasingly difficult to afford to live in the city. Can New York rebound, or has it lost its magic? But the city at number 1 is facing a situation far more devastating than any other. Number 1, San Jose. San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley, has been hit harder than most. With the collapse of the tech bubble, home values have plummeted, leaving homeowners who bought at inflated prices in a precarious position. The once booming real estate market has come to a grinding halt as investors abandon their properties and the housing market continues to nosedive. With many tech giants scaling back their operations and layoffs becoming a common sight, San Jose is facing a crisis of confidence. Can it recover? Or is this the beginning of the end for Silicon Valley's real estate market? There you have it, the cities where the 2025 housing crash has already begun. From San Francisco's tech-driven collapse to San Jose's drastic downturn, the housing market in these cities is facing unprecedented challenges. What do you think about the future of these cities? Let us know in the comments. Which city do you think will bounce back, and which one will continue to struggle? If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe for more content and share it with anyone who needs to see this. Don't forget to click on the bell icon for updates on our next videos.